taxation should be greatly limited, as it causes economic inefficiency. For example, if sugar is taxed, a sugar producer cannot produce as much sugar, leading to less profit for him. Less productive jobs for the people as production has decreased and less sugar in circulation. The decrease in supply of sugar then raises the prices. This raise of prices falls on the poor, for which taxation is supposed to primarily help, as well as the rich. So it would be excellent to implement a tax which doesn't cease production. One such as a land value tax, which doesn't cause economic inefficiency. Land at sea level is natural and cannot be created or destroyed. So implementing a tax on land cannot affect the production of land, and falls on the owner of the land. Adam Smith notes that the price of things is made up of the cost of the laborers, the profit for those who organize the workers, and the land rent for the landlords. Communists often say that as the workers have done the laboring they deserve all the profit, but it's necessary to order the workers and provide them with machinery. If it were not, the workers could make their own factory without them. If it weren't beneficial, they would do this. So it would be stupid to say the master shouldn't get a share. But do the landlords deserve their share? Is it voluntary? Well, the landlords supply the land, which doesn't really help because 'twas already there is the first place before they claimed it. They didn't produce it. If they weren't there at the first place, it may be free. The landlord is unproductive. Now mutualists and leftists alike may proclaim that this is the same for spectators in the stock market and inheritance money. But this is simply untrue. In both cases it's earned. Spectators in the stock market invest in businesses, allowing them to expand and produce more. The investor's role of supplying a necessary resource means he is a vital part of the production. He funds them. For the inheritance money receiver, obviously the dead person must care enough for them as to leave money for them. This means that there must be an influence in their life, and money for them matters to them, as it matters to them. As noted by Milton Friedman, they will accumulate more money as to provide for their descendants, and the descendant has caused this. In their mere existence they have been productive and deserve the money. Without the landlord, the workers and master could claim the land, so he's not adding any benefits to the productive mechanism. A land value tax would cause a decrease in the demand for land unless one is going to use the fixed amount of it productively. It would cause land to not be left dormantly. This would increase production, making things cheaper and more progress to happen. As there is more productive things to be done, more productive workers would be needed. This would mean that businesses would have to compete to get the right amount of employees. This would give the workers more choice to choose a better job, incentivizing businesses to provide higher pay and a better workplace. This would happen void of mandatory coercive government regulations, giving more power to the worker to choose what they want to be employed in rather than being restricted by government. Food prices would also remain similar. Farming may be less profitable, causing less farmers, but the remaining farmers would be pushed to be as efficient as possible, so as to make a profit. If they're not using a piece of land, it could be used by someone else. This increased productivity in the remaining farmers could compensate for the decrease in farmers. Land is also naturally monopolistic. As you cannot produce land, people are forced to buy it. What is a fair share if one is non-fraudulently producing stuff? They are doing nothing negative to the community. They are in fact doing something positive. So why should they have to pay up? While if you're using land, this could be justified as you are using up some of the community's fixed supply of land, which is negative. The value of land is not determined by what is on the land. So if you built a house on it, it'd make no difference to the land value, as improvements are separated from land value. The value actually comes from surrounding infrastructure, so it's only fair if one pays back as the community have added value to their land. This is also good for the environment as it stops individuals or businesses from willy-nilly exploiting land and deriving little reward, as they are being taxed for it.